Guys, the Star Wars franchise has one of the most famous improvised lines in film. So we talked to the cast of Rogue One about what kind of wacky make-em-ups they had on their set. Check it out. This movie's so closely connected to A New Hope. What's something that you or the group sort of learned about the original Star Wars movies that maybe you didn't know?
It's interesting to go back to those films and then see just how kind of authentic they were. I think that's what's so special about them, that, apparently Harrison Ford was rewriting lines constantly and, improvising.
I love you.
I know.
What's always interesting is just how spontaneous. A lot of the great moments in cinema always come when they're not planned.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Did you guys have any of those on set? Like, who was your Harrison Ford?
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be Alan Tudyk, who plays K2, who would just sort of come out with anything. He would come up with many different lines that were never quite on the script, but luckily were very funny.
The captain says you are a friend. I will not kill you.
And you, Rare Honor, you get to say the title of the movie in the movie. Like, that's an exclusive club.
I do, thank you very much, yes.
They are requesting a call sign.
It's, Rogue One.
Is there pressure there? Was there pressure that day?
It was actually a very last-minute thing that we did on, the last day of shooting that in no way was planned. I think it was like a bit of a goal-mouth scramble. It was like, oh, yeah, someone has to say the thing. Throw that in.
We forgot.
It was like the second last take of the last day of shooting, yeah.
That sounds like something I'd order at IHOP, a goal-mouth scramble. What is that?
A goal-mouth scramble means when all the players are scrambling around the mouth of the goal for the ball in order to try and score a goal.
Oh.
A goal in this metaphor being
soccer.
the saying of Rogue One.
And soccer.
Soccer.
No one
I'm
watches
gonna start using that though. I really kind of like.
Thank you.
Is there anything from doing Monster that you feel like really prepared you for this?
To be open-minded and to let the film tell you what it wants to be a little bit more. You've got the Empire way of a dictatorship where you say, we're doing this shot and this shot and this shot, and then it's gonna make this scene, and then that's gonna make this movie. Whereas we're a lot more organic with this. Like, we got to the Maldives and we'd never stood on these islands before the day we were filming, some of them, and you're going, okay, and like the light looks different today, the weather's different, and so you just totally change your plan and go, okay, let's do this instead and let's have it work like this. And being free like that is, I think, leads to, I find it's exciting as a filmmaker. It leads to my best stuff. There's always something better than the thing you can think of, and that's the thing you couldn't think of. And so I spend all day fishing for that thing. Like, what's that? What haven't we thought of that? Once we see it, we go, oh my God, that was amazing. And like Jordan, we had this camera on a crane on a truck, and we just drove the truck around the salt flats and tried to find these shots, and would throw the characters in front of the lens, and we had like a whole afternoon just to play, where it's like, okay, now we don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna find something that's great. And then once we found it, we would then, try and reverse engineer it into the scene, and so there's all these little things that it's hard to explain.
Guys, thanks for watching Screen Junkies News. Do you need more Star Wars fix? Check out these fully armed and operational Screen Junkies News videos.